How's it going, everybody? Thank y'all for joining us on today. I'm your host, Pastor Tyrone Charlotte. Another episode of Men of Power, and today in our session we have Miss Denise Underwood, our special guest on today. Thank you for joining us on today, Miss Denise.
Thank you for inviting me.
Good. How you doing?
I'm doing okay. I'm
Beautiful
doing
day
well.
today. Glad to have you with
Yes.
us on today. And today, man, we just gonna get into it, and we're gonna just jump right into it. So I want to just jump right into it. Tell us about um, being from Rain, leaving Rain, and coming back to Rain again, because you left for a good amount of years,
I
right?
did. I
And
did.
you back here again. So just talk a little bit about that for us, right quick.
Well, yes, I'm from Rain originally, from the waterfront. Uh, love Rain. Love everything about it. Love my childhood. Love the experiences. It made me who I am. I joined the military. Was gone for about 30 years, and came back. And I've been here for about 3.5 years. Still
Wow.
loving it. Still loving uh, seeing the people that I grew up with, some of them that are still here, just reconnecting and just love getting involved.
Awesome, man. So you was gone 30 years.
30 years.
30 years. So what where did you travel to? What places did you visit?
Oh, all over.
Um, you was out the country a little bit, or
I did a little out of the country, but a lot of my tours were stateside.
okay?
I was in the military, and as they say, there's no place like home.
Okay.
I
So what
you
branch
know,
were you in?
I was in the army.
The army.
I was in
Okay,
the army.
it's awesome. I have three kids in the military right now, all in the army,
All
and
right.
so that's always a good thing to do.
All
And
right.
so, but you're back home again,
I am
and
home.
you're making big impacts in the community. You know, one thing I've noticed about you since me and you've met, uh, you've been somebody that was what I call not selfish. You don't mind giving your time. I see you in the community a lot. I see you doing things that other people should be involved in. But I see you doing those things. So, what other kind of community work that you do? I know you're involved in a lot of things, but I know that you. Let's talk about some of the community work that you do here in the city of Rain.
Well, wherever there's a need, if
Mm-hmm.
there's a need, again, there's no I in team.
Mm-hmm.
So I just think that we could accomplish a whole lot more as a group, as a collective group. That's how I grew up. It was the we and not the me,
Mm-hmm.
and to kind of bring that back. So after coming home and retiring, I came home with skill sets that I didn't leave with. So when you learn things and what they said, when you know better, you do better.
Yeah.
So those gifts, those talents, those things that were taught in school that I learned, it wasn't mine to keep. It's not fair to keep it. It does nobody any good.
Yeah.
So so instead of
Well, that's
just
good.
sitting at home retired, I'm like, I want to
Well,
help
good. You
where
want
I
to
can.
give back,
I want to help where I can.
and I see that a lot with you. Not just you, but with your husband as well. On the side of you, it's nothing like you know your spouse on the side of you doing
Yes.
community work, doing good things in the community. Also, you're an entrepreneur. I call it. You know, what I'm talking about you
Yeah.
do. You have a business. I mean, a couple of businesses. Let's talk about those things. How did you get started with that, and how's it going?
It's going well. It's going well. Again, initially the plan wasn't to move back
Hmm.
town. I'll be honest with you, it wasn't. My husband is not from here. He's from Kentucky, so he was like, "It is too hot in Louisiana.
Yeah,
The
it is.
mosquitoes are too big. I'm not moving to Louisiana." That was not on our
Yeah,
bingo card, but God has a sense of humor. You
that's
tell him
right.
your plans, and it just kind of happened where we ended up getting the bed and breakfast. I was working on my last year of my doctorate, and so during that time, you have a lot of writing and dissertations, and you just need quiet space. Um, I love my family, but they're loud. So I was looking for a place that was quiet and
Um,
not to buy, but uh, just to be there and hang out and do that
yeah.
last year. And one thing after another happened, and we were connected with the owners, and we toured the place, fell in love with it. They were selling, looking to sell at the time, and we said we'll think about it.
Now this is the bread and breakfast what y'all have now, right?
Hmm.
Okay.
And so we were like we'll think about it. So on the way home, it was like we don't know anything. I mean about running a bed and breakfast. We're not hospitality. I was legal. My husband was military intelligence. That's not bed and breakfast stuff. So we did call the owners and said, no, we hope you find somebody.
Oh,
And
wow.
so after about a year went by, and it was during COVID and all of that anyway. And we're like, we shouldn't jump into hospitality during a time when people staying away from each other. So Google, I don't know about you all, but sometimes people go look at Zillow just to kind of see what's out there. And I saw a year later it was up. And
Oh, wow. So it's still available.
yeah, it was available. And I was like, well, no, they had just put it on the market. They had pulled it off.
Okay.
So it was on the market. And I was like, oh, didn't think anything of it. So my birthday was the next day. So my husband said, hey, you haven't given me any hints. I have no idea what you want for your birthday. And so I said, hey, you remember that house?
That's what I'm talking about. Huh?
He said,
That's
what
a
house?
man, huh?
He said, what house? I said, the house we toured. He was like, in rain? And I'm like, yeah. I said, I think I want to go home. And he was like, let's go for it. So
Wow.
I called up the Royes, and she laughed. She was like, but I will tell you, since then, he's never asked me what I want for my birthday.
I was about to say, yeah.
Ever since.
Most time, you get somebody, hey, what you want for your birthday? Let's go eat out or something. Let's go eat some ball crawfish or something like that. But you want let's get the house, huh?
I want to come home.
That's what a woman. That's a woman right there. Hey.
So here we are.
And he had to come deal with the mosquitoes.
Yeah, he's still dealing with the mosquitoes, but he actually loves rain. He loves rain. More people know him than they know me. They're like, oh, you're Jerry's wife. Like, I'm from here.
Yeah. Matter of fact, I saw him walking this morning. Now, I got go to the restaurant. I'll be there about 5 in the morning when I barbecue, and he was knocking on the front door. And he was walking. He was walking.
Every morning he gets up and he walks.
And so yeah, he does. I see him moving around and he's excited. So is there another business that you have?
Consulting. I do some consulting work.
Okay.
Work with nonprofits, working with the city a little bit. My degree is in performance improvement.
Okay.
And I specialize in leadership. So what that all means is basically, if you're here and you want to get here, I help you get there.
Awesome.
Sort of like a doctor, a real doctor, if you're not feeling well, if you're not at 100%, and you go to the doctor, they will give you a diagnosis and say, this is your prescription. And if you follow it, you feel better. If you choose not to, then you kind of stay where you are.
That's
so
right.
it's that kind of stuff.
Okay. That's awesome, man. Any other businesses?
No, not at this time.
Not at this time? Okay, because I know you're always on the go and doing things.
Volunteering.
Let's talk about the King and Queen. You just got awarded King and Queen, you and your husband? Was it? Am I saying it right?
Well, no, we actually, our reign is actually going to end on March 28th. So we've been Frog Festival Golden King and Queen for almost a year now.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and going around and being ambassadors and representing Reign at different cities, different events, which we love.
Okay.
We love talking about our city. We have a lot of talent here, a lot of hidden things, and the thing about it is when you go away, then you realize what you had. You realize the beauty of it and the gem that you have because you get to see other places, and you're like, my hometown, they're friendlier. My hometown is like this. No place is perfect. Don't get me wrong. No place is perfect. But as I said, Jerry came here from being somewhere else, and he was totally like not Louisiana, but he loves this town. He feels so safe when you can get up at 5 in the morning and go walking and not feel, like your life is in danger, or your neighbors look out for you. People say, "Hey, you left your keys in your trunk," or whatever. So it's a great place. It really is.
So y'all fixing to give that
Yes.
that's up. But didn't y'all win another award for Martin Luther King? I know we're gonna get into the thing that's going on with the kids in a little while, but didn't y'all win another? Was it a Martin Luther King award? Want to talk a little bit about that?
Yes, we did. We got nominated and were selected to represent our church for the Martin Luther King Award.
Okay.
And we got awarded that in January.
Congratulations.
And it's the area Catholic churches, and it was a great event with the bishop and with all
Okay.
to see all the other awardees. Um, yeah,
Yeah, I was there for the ribbon cutting a couple of weeks ago. Was that it's the same thing or was
it
something
was,
different?
that was a different event.
So that was a
That was for
different
our
event,
church.
church event. Okay.
That was for our church. Our church has been listed on the National Register of Historic Places. It's our church, our school, and the convent,
Okay.
which is not exclusive to being Catholic. It's a part of the black community, a part of the African American community. So growing up, I don't know, I know you're not from here, but growing up, the churches were the hub.
Okay.
That's where people gathered, that's where people socialized, that's where we kept our culture alive. So it didn't matter what denomination you were. And
Mhm.
actually, growing up, it didn't even occur to me that some people were not Catholic.
Oh,
Didn't
really?
because we were all in and out of each other's church, and
Mhm.
we used to have dances at Mercy Hall, and
Okay.
and it wasn't Catholic dances; it was dances for the community. So and barbecues at this church, or going to Sunday school every summer at Starlight Baptist Church. So I knew Starlight Baptist Church just like I knew my home church.
Oh, wow.
But
Mhm.
that's how we did. That's how we, a community.
Awesome. That's good. Good. So another topic I want to talk about right now. I've kind of heard it in the air. I don't know if you spoke about it when we've been around each other. Have you ever thought about running for political office?
I've been asked that question a lot, um, and the answer is no,
No.
no. Um, and I think I've mentioned it to you before. You don't have to be in public service,
Mhm.
and you don't have to be an elected official to give back. And that's what my husband and I have been doing. And there are a lot of people in the community that do the same thing.
Mhm.
We have a lot of talented people, a lot of educated people, a lot of skilled people in their craft.
Mhm.
That if you have something to give, and everybody does, a talent or something to give, do that. I mean, I read somewhere, if you get an opportunity to change your world, take it. And so I just personally feel at this moment, I may change 10, 20 years down the road, I don't know, but at this moment, I can do more as an unelected official than an elected official, because once you're elected, your hands are tied,
Mm.
with which is what people don't understand. You certain things that politicians make promises. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that. And then when they get in office, they realize they can't do it
Mm.
because of rules, regulations, all sorts of things. So the the volunteer things that my husband and I are doing, we're not bound by that.
Yeah.
We're not, and also
That's good.
people aren't. You aren't beholden to people because they voted for you. So nobody's calling me saying my light bill too high.
Hmm. Hmm.
All of our
Yeah.
light bill. Nobody's
Mhm.
doing that. But the minute you become an elected official, you owe it to them to check
Yeah.
into these things, the things that are important to you and are important to them. You need to be on it.
Mhm.
Um,
So,
and
so what would you tell a young lady or young man that might be watching us today? What you'd have to tell them if they looking and saying I might have to, I thought I had to be a councilman or mayor or something in the community or chief of police to help my city out. What would you tell them if you would have to look into the camera and talk with them and say, what would you tell them?
I'd say don't wait.
Hmm.
You shouldn't wait. Whatever skill set you have, whatever gift you have, whatever God is putting on your heart to do, just do it. The city is always open to volunteers. You have been in a lot of organizations, and you're not from here. You were actually the president of one of the organizations. So they're always looking for people to give back.
Hmm.
Uh, you don't have to be elected.
Good.
You just don't.
So how many organizations are you in? I know, are you in the Kiwanis?
Actually, I'm in none of the organizations.
No?
I have not joined an organization.
Okay.
For
'Cause I was about to ask you which one is your favorite.
for various reasons, I have not. My husband and I, we love to travel,
Hmm.
and when I'm in, and when I make a commitment to whatever I'm going to be in, I give 100%.
Hmm.
So, um, that was one of the reasons, but there are other reasons too, where sometimes there's a lot of bureaucracy
Mm-hmm.
in organizations, and again, my husband and I, you said you see us together, we're a team,
Mm-hmm.
and we don't have to have 5 meetings to vote on what we're going to do.
Hmm.
And sometimes organizations that happens because sometimes it's hard to get you know
Mhm.
get two people to
I
agree.
know. I already know. I've been through it already.
Yes, it's it's
Yeah.
8 of us, and we can't agree what we're gonna have for Thanksgiving sometime.
Yeah.
So it's that kind of
I really thought that you was in a few organizations, like about 5 or 6 of them. To tell you the truth,
it's just it's just us, just
because I
us
think at
doing
one
this.
time we were trying to recruit you in the Kiwanis.
Yes, I've been offered to be in different organizations, and I wholeheartedly support them, and maybe that's what it
Mhm.
is. You
Okay.
see us supporting them, and I don't mind supporting them. I just if I'm gonna commit, I want it to be 100%. I want to give my all. I don't like drama.
Mm-hmm.
I don't like to be involved in drama. Um, some people, even today, have asked me, "Hey, are you from here?" or when did you? Are you here visiting? I've been back for 3.5 years. I pretty much do what I need to do. Stay within my
Yeah.
confines, and help when and where I can. So no organization.
Well, good. Awesome. But you're still doing a lot. So I know I talked with you about a couple of weeks ago when you came by and you brought some of these I know it was the what it was. Oh, you invited me to the church thing, and I was telling you, I said, man, I'm thinking about writing a book. And you said you need to do it. But let's talk about your book that you've written and you've been sharing with people. What inspired you to write a book?
I gotta tell you, I gotta tell you, um, this is a uncomfortable
Mm-hmm.
thing. I thought we were just gonna talk about. I thought we were just gonna talk about this. I'm gonna let everybody in on a secret. He was like, "Hey, come to my podcast." He's been trying to get me to do it for about 2 years, because this is not my favorite spot, if you
Mm-hmm.
will. Some people like the spotlight.
Mm-hmm.
Some people totally love being the star, being the Denzel, being the
Come on.
whatever. I prefer being the director.
Mm.
Some people love walking that red carpet.
There you
I prefer to. So all the movies that you see,
go. Mm-hmm.
are you really, when you're watching it, are you thinking, I wonder who's the director?
No,
You're just saying, I love that movie, and
that's
the
right.
actor let them do their thing. And so,
That's right.
I'm like, so whenever I told my husband I was coming, he was like, "You're gonna do that?" I'm like, "Oh yeah, Pastor Tyrone and I are just gonna talk about that." And he was like, "Okay."
Didn't know what you was getting into.
Yeah, he was like, "Okay."
You in the hot seat.
Yes, you have me in the hot seat, because this is after 30 years, and people that have been in the military and in certain groups, they could understand. From 19 years old, being indoctrinated with, you're part of a team. There's no I. Everything that you do, every success, every whatever, it's for the good of the organization. So it makes you feel uncomfortable when, after 30 years of that
Yes.
kind of living,
Mm-hmm.
when people start saying, you did this, you accomplished that, because you're so used to, it's a team effort.
That's good.
And you kind of frown upon people that me, I. It's we call them spotlight rangers. We're like, oh, there goes the spotlight ranger. Look at me.
Spotlight Ranger.
Yeah, that's what we would call them, people like that. But so it's kind of a uncomfortable position,
Mm-hmm.
because again, since I was 19 years old, that's all I knew was the whole concept of everything you do is for the good of the team. So
Mhm.
anything that I have accomplished through the grace of God is for the good of the city, for the good of the team, how can I help?
Mm-hmm.
So
Well,
that's
good.
why I'm kind of like, I didn't know these questions were coming.
Yeah,
You got me.
you're doing good. You're doing good. So, the name of the book is
My hometown,
My
Rain,
Hometown.
Louisiana.
And what inspired you
My
to write this book?
grandkids.
The grandkids?
My grandkids inspired me to write the book, because truth be told, uh, as I mentioned before, no town is perfect, but this one is perfect for me.
Mm-hmm.
And I had great memories. I had great friendships, still great memories of this place. So in this day and age, our young people aren't getting that kind of,
Mm.
they aren't.
Yeah.
They don't have that kind of
You're right.
memory, that kind of childhood. Uh, you know, I could still meet someone and say, "Oh, remember that time?" And
Mm.
we played outside,
I know, huh?
and you threw that mud pie, whatever. You don't even see kids outside.
Mm.
So I was talking to them about it, and we were taking them on a train ride from from Louisiana to California. So, as you know, we're on a train route. Rain is, if you haven't heard it, and our house especially is on that route. So they'd been visiting, and they live in California. So
Mhm.
they'd been visiting for 2 weeks, and so they lived in the house, had seen the train. So when we passed in front of it on the Amtrak, they were like, "Hey, that's
That's
your
the house.
house." And I'm like, "Yeah, this is the train you've been hearing." One of them. So we started talking about rain, and I was telling them all these things, these great stories, and my oldest granddaughter said, "Grandma, you should write a book." So
Wow.
I'm like, "Okay, I'm gonna write a book. Let's start now, because it's a long way to California." So we're sitting there, and each of them took a turn sitting next to me. And I said, "You're going to help, draw, illustrate." And they're like, "Yeah," and they're drawing, and we're writing. And when we got to California, I had these sheets of paper, and I asked my daughter in law for a stapler. So she gave it to me, and I stapled it, and I was like, "Here you go." And they were like,
What's this?
what is this?" And they were like, "Oh, no, Grandpa, you said we were making a book." I said, "We did. Here you go." And they were like, "No, no, no. A book." And I'm like,
They were serious.
"Yeah." And you can't let your grandkids down. You can't
Yeah.
let kids down. I was like, "Okay, Grandma's gonna make a promise. I'm finishing up my degree. When I finish, I promise you I'll make a book."
Oh wow.
So after I graduated the December. The January, I started looking for a publisher and all of that, illustrator, and didn't realize how many shades of white there is, and
Mm.
how many different fonts you have to pick. Um, and so my intentions were to do 8 books,
Oh wow.
self-publish 8 books, give each of the grandkids one, keep one for myself, and I showed the draft to a friend who said, "Hey, you mind if I show this to somebody?" I was like, "Sure." And so she showed it to the mayor, and then the tourism people, and everybody loved it and said, "This is what we need to be
Oh
showing
wow.
our kids, teaching them, positive stuff." So it kind of took off. We ended up selling like 2,000 units,
Oh wow.
in like 4 months, and
That's
I've got
awesome.
sponsors calling me and saying I want to sponsor, and sending checks and everything.
Oh
So
wow.
yeah,
That's
and
pretty good.
yeah,
So
it was a blessing.
if somebody interested in getting one of your books, where do they go at?
Um,
How can they get a book?
well, the Chamber of Commerce still has some. City Hall has I think they still have some,
Okay.
but the books were totally free,
Hmm.
um, because I felt as though, I'm proud of my city, and that they supported me and sponsored it, that every kid should have a book. So
That's
every
awesome.
kid from kindergarten, no, Head Start got them as well. From Head Start to 4th grade got a book. I did book signings and book readings, and so the highlight is to have some kids that they're learning to read off my book, and to hear the parents or grandparents say, "My grandchild is learning to read."
And learn about the city
Yeah, learn about the city, and it's
all at the same time.
yeah, it's exciting and it's humbling that, hey, I had Dick and Jane, and you have
Yeah.
this kid who they see someone that looks like them
Mhm.
from their hometown, and
That's good
it's
stuff.
yeah. So
You did an awesome job with it.
well, it
You
was
did a real good job with it.
it was again, it was not something I sought after. Not something I'm going to write a book and I want it to be popular. No, it was for my grandkids. That was the only people that was supposed to see
But that's
it.
gonna be something that they're gonna cherish forever because they're gonna remember on the damn track
Oh,
going down and.
I did a dedication. The dedication page, the first page is
Oh,
dedicated
really?
to them. Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, so that's
So
never gonna die then.
oh no, no,
That's
no.
gonna always go on.
So it's our book.
Amen. And so we're gonna talk on the topic what we came, what you thought we came
Yeah, what I
originally
thought.
came here for. Black History Month.
Yes.
This month.
Yes.
A lot of good people who went before us, who sacrificed so much, their lives, their time and energy and doing the things. If they would have to come back right now, a lot of those people, they would be amazed how we live in today and what's going on in this world that we live in today. And so the tickets that you have for the churches, they getting together. It's going to be at Starlight Baptist Church, right? And so you
Yes.
want to talk a little bit about it, what we're having this month for the kids?
Yes, absolutely. So these are the tickets, and each of there are 10 churches that are participating, and each of the churches have agreed to distribute their 10, which would give us about a total of 100 kids every week. And the purpose for it, it's Black History Month. This is the 100th anniversary of Black History Month, which was initially Black History Week for about 50 years, and then the next 50 years it was converted to Black History Month. So 100 years total. So that's where we came up with 100 years and 100 tickets to kind of go back to the way it used to be, where, as I mentioned before, the community was the hub. The churches were the hub, where people gathered, where people learned about their culture, where they expressed their culture. So it's kind of a nod to that. And the movies, it's a different movie every week, but the movies are geared towards showing that we are more and we can achieve more than society leads us to believe. Society leads us to believe, if you believe stuff on social media or on the internet or whatnot, that we are going to be influencers or the latest TikTok craze or the latest challenge or whatever, but to show the contributions that African Americans have made to society, the contributions we're continuing to make towards society. Our young people don't know those stories.
Yeah.
They don't. They're so distracted with everything around them because they grew in a world of technology and cell phones, and they're just constantly on that. We just thought collectively we'd get together and say, hey, one Sunday, every Sunday for the month of February, we'll sit everybody down, the teenagers, because it's like from 12 to 19, sit down and watch a movie that's
good.
inspirational and shows what we bring to the table. So Hidden Figures is what this Sunday's movie is. I don't know if you've seen that movie.
Yes, it's good, real good movie.
Yes, well,
Real good movie.
we didn't know
Watched
that mathematicians helped save the space program.
it. Yeah,
So
real good movie.
yes,
And a lot of people don't know about those things,
a lot of
about our history.
a lot of the history. A lot of the history. Just coming here, I'm looking at the traffic lights, going, do the young people even know? That a black man invented the traffic lights.
Yeah.
Do they even know? I mean, you pass on the way coming here, fire station. Do they know the hoods, the mask, to keep the firemen breathing? Another apparatus that was invented by black. All the different contributions. But
That's good.
again, society says, learn the latest dance. Get how many likes you could get.
Yeah.
Instead of saying, hey, inspiring the young people to want better, do better. I mean, I grew up poor. I grew up poor, but we had a community and we had a society that says, strive to do better, strive to be better. I mean, I have a pilot who I grew up with right down the street.
Oh, really?
Yes. We grew up together. And black guy. And when he hadn't seen him in years. And he was like, hey, what you been up to? And he's like, well, I'm like, whoa, this is the kind of stories that the
Yes.
young people need to hear about.
Exactly.
They need to hear that we can do anything.
Yep. And if you go back even further in history, when Jesus Christ was carrying the cross, uh, there was a man by the name of Simon from Cyrene. That's in Africa. So it was a African American that was a black man that was helping had helped him carry the cross. You know, and you don't hear nothing about him again in the Bible after that. But just for this one particular moment,
Exactly.
uh, that God chose this man from Africa to help Jesus Christ carry this burden that was on his back. And so we have a lot of history that needs to be told and shared.
Yes,
Yeah.
just positive, a lot of positive, because there's enough negative. You can
Hmm.
find that anywhere,
Yeah.
all the time, 24/7. But we, we need to focus on some positive.
Sure.
I was telling someone today, when we grew up, remember the song, of course, Whitney Houston made it more popular. I believe the children are our future, teach
Hmm.
them well.
Yeah.
Well, growing up, the gentleman that did it, Benson, he sang it, and then she, like I said, made it popular. But we all knew that song. We all knew all the words to that song.
Hmm.
We knew it, so it kind of became a part of us.
Yeah.
They gave us something to believe
It
in.
got into your soul.
It did. It
Yeah.
did. But I don't think we have we've done our job of
Yeah.
having songs like that, or telling kids you can be and you could do anything. We had teachers in the
Yeah.
school that would say, act like you got some home training, and
Yeah.
sit like a young lady,
Yes.
and they were on you to remind you.
And we missing that today. Even in a lot of the black communities today, we are single fathers, uh, and a lot of the stuff starts at home. It starts at home, and so we can't blame the teachers.
Nope.
Teachers there to teach,
Raised the
not
kid
to raise your
and
kids.
yeah.
And so yeah, so that's a great thing that's happening right here. You want to give us the dates and the times?
Yes, it's
Uh,
every Sunday, the 8th, the 15th, and the 22nd. And Starlight Baptist Church is where the viewing will be, every Sunday. And I know this Sunday is Super Bowl Sunday, but the movie starts, the doors open at 1, the movie starts at 1:30, so it's over in enough time for people to get back home and still enjoy the Super Bowl.
Okay.
Um,
and say those dates again.
the 8th, the 15th, and the 22nd, every Sunday.
Every Sunday this month
Every Sunday in the month of
at 1:30
at 1:30.
at
But get
Starlight
there.
Baptist Church.
Starlight
And what's the
Baptist.
address there? Do we have the address?
Yes, it is 206 Webb Street.
20
206 Webb
206 Webb Street in Rain,
Street.
Louisiana. And so if somebody want to help donate like pizza, you said popcorn, drinks, how can they do that, or who can they get in touch with?
You could get in touch with myself, or Donna Duhon,
Okay.
and
Can they reach you on Facebook or something?
I have no social media.
No social
I have
media?
no social media presence.
Okay.
But however, I'd be happy to give my phone number,
Okay.
and they could reach out, or they could,
Call one of the churches maybe?
yeah, they could call Starlight, and
Okay. And get more information about that.
and
Because
what
it's a
I'm
good
glad you
cause.
mentioned that, the food and stuff, because we are providing popcorn, pizza, and a drink. You know, 'cause
Yeah.
to enjoy the movie as teenagers. But we do need people. This part has the Scantron, the
Mhm.
QR code. We need people to scan and register, so
Okay.
we know how much
How many
pizza
you
and how
get?
much food and whatnot.
Okay.
But everything's absolutely free. Just an opportunity to fellowship and talk to the kids after about the movie.
Okay.
To say, hey, how does it make you feel? What did you know this fact? Just different things like that.
Well, good deal. Well, we're gonna try to get you back here again another time and come back and share some more stuff with you. Seems like you're just so comfortable talking, and you've done this before. I know this has happened already. And so, once again, we thank you for being with us today. Ms. Denise Underwood, y'all with us today. You have anything you want to tell the viewers today before we close?
Other than love yourself, love your city. You could wake up every day and say, I hate this place, I hate this place, I hate rain, I hate rain. And guess what? You're going to hate this place. Or you could do the opposite and say, it's not so bad. You know, it's in the grand scheme of things, if you look at other cities, it's safe. You know, I feel totally safe walking anywhere in this city. If we change the way we think about where we live and saying, I like rain. I like rain. It's not so bad. I had a great childhood. Um, Maybe it'll spark something within our community, spark something within a sense of pride within our young people. Um, so that's my advice. And give back. Whatever skill set, whatever, if you could pick up a hammer, if you could saw, if you could sing, whatever you could do, just give back.
Amen. Awesome. Well, we thank you once again, Ms.
Thank
Denise
you.
Underwood, and we thank everybody for joining us on today. Another episode of our Men of Power podcast. Until next time, y'all, I'm your host, Pastor Tyrone Charlo. See y'all next time. Have a great day.